founder and owner of Breakthrough M2, and I'm so glad you're here. We're going to begin cooking. Now, I want to just encourage all of you who are new to this process. When I first started this program, first of all, I was 40 years old when I did it. I had 3 kids and, some school age, and one of them was a little younger or older, but, lots of schedule was going on. I was teaching at the time, and I, stayed at school and blah, blah, blah. Anyway, I just wanted to make everything as simple as possible. When I went to school, I would bring chicken and literally 3.5 ounces of cherry tomatoes that I could just eat. That's what I did. I wasn't making it complicated. I had my protein, I had my vegetable. I wasn't looking at recipes. In fact, I didn't look at recipes for the first couple of weeks. Okay, I didn't want to be bothered. I just wanted to do the diet right. I wanted to get my water down, my drops down. I wanted to be my shopping down. I wanted my prep to I just wanted everything to be the right way. And like I said, I made it as simple as possible. So I'm going to just show you some 3 very simple things you can do. Don't make it complicated for yourself. And at the end, I will tell you about my most favorite meal. It's a little bit more complicated, but boy, is it good. And it was my go-to once I got, myself together. So, all right. So real quick, I'll start with the first one, nice and easy. This is chicken tenderloins. There's 2 of them on the plate. That was 3.5 ounces. Okay, now the chicken tenderloins, what I would do with this, okay, nice, easy vegetable. That right there is 3.5 ounces of cherry tomatoes, red onion, okay? You can mix your vegetables together if they're not cooked. That's one of the rules, right? Read your manual on that one. Okay, now, what am I gonna add to this? Well, remember, cucumbers are free. I can add as much cucumber to that salad as I want. Okay, so now I have a nice cucumber, cucumber, tomato, onion salad. What else am I gonna add to this? I'm gonna put some celery leaves in there because I love that. I'm gonna, not the celery, but the celery leaves. And of course, put fresh parsley in this. Guys, fresh parsley is so healthy for you and it tastes so good. And when you add that to any type of dish, oh my gosh, it's just delicious. So I just want to encourage you. Now, look at how big that is, right? That's a nice big bowl, lettuce. I keep saying lettuce. Tomato, cucumber, red onions, got some parsley in there. The next thing I would put in that is garlic powder, Italian seasoning, oregano. I would put all of that in there, right? This is Dash of Desperation from Stacey Hawkins. All right, now, what else am I gonna do with this wonderful salad? For me personally, I would add some red wine vinegar, okay? Pour it on the top, and I would let that marinate for a little while, okay? Now, if you are going into step 4 transition, what could I do with this meal? Well, I would add olive oil to that in step 4 transition because that's allowed in step 4, right? But you're in step 2 low-cal, no oils allowed, of course, okay? So, red wine vinegar on here. But again, you can add the rice wine vinegar, we talked about that. You can add your apple cider vinegar if you like that. But this is a terrific, easy meal. This is grilled chicken and super easy cucumber, onion, tomato salad. So there's the one. I'm gonna do the egg salad next. Now, I chose to do the egg salad for a reason, okay? Egg salad's super easy. It's gonna be a protein. Now, the reason why I did this is because some people get confused about the eggs. You can have 2 egg servings per week. That's it. Right now I'm doing the Medical Medium's liver detox cleanse, and I am not allowed to have eggs on his cleanse. He said eggs are a troublesome food for most people, which is interesting because even Dr. Simeons in the 1940s, the man who is the originator of the protocol that we're using for the breakthrough diet, also said limit your eggs tremendously, and he only allowed people to do eggs twice a week. All right, and that is why we do that as well. Okay, now, again with the eggs, okay, you're gonna have your 4 eggs, right? But remember, it's gonna be 1 whole egg, right? And then you're gonna have 3 egg whites. Okay, so there we go. There's 1 whole egg. Now, again, it's 1 whole egg plus the 3 egg whites. You're not gonna have all 3 egg yellows, Okay, so you just pop out the yellows. Again, give them to your dog then, right? No big deal, okay? And I know it's a killer because eggs are super expensive nowadays, but there we go. Okay, so you're gonna do one whole egg plus 3 egg whites, okay? And we're gonna chop these up, not real fine. I forget the word that the girl used on the recipe. So if you go to breakthrough1-2.com and you just you hit inspiration on the tab at the top, you're gonna find the recipe tab. If you go to your dashboard, okay, you're gonna find a couple of different times that you can click from your dashboard to go into recipes. All right, on there you're gonna find all kinds of amazing recipes. Now, again, if you are a beginner, I do not recommend you starting, trying to do all these different recipes, okay? Quite a few of the recipes, we make, a couple of servings at a time, which is great, but, I just want people to keep it simple, okay? But the reason why I did this one is because it is pretty simple. I did want to talk to you about eggs, and I wanted to make this egg salad. So there's your protein, okay? There's your 1 whole egg and your 3 egg whites. Now, what am I going to add to this? You could add a little bit of vinegar to it, not a lot, just a little bit. You could add the Simple Girl sweet mustard. Okay, you could add that to it if you wanted. Okay. Yeah, I didn't want to open a brand new one if I had an open one in the cabinet. All right, so I'm just gonna, I'm just gonna do like a capful. That's it, not a lot. I'll do a capful of the rice wine vinegar. I will sprinkle on a little bit of the dry bouillon from Simple Girl. That is such a great spice. It is just delicious. The next thing I want to show you guys is I've got all these different things I want to put in it. Now, French's Dijon mustard does not have sugar. They don't add sugar. So I am going to put a little Dijon mustard in that. And that's why I brought up using the sweet mustard dressing instead, because maybe you'd like that instead. All right, the next thing I'm going to toss in here is a little bit of fresh parsley. I've got fresh dill I'm going to throw in there. I've got some chives. I'm going to put some cucumber, really small chopped up cucumber. And I'm going to put some celery leaves. Okay? So I've got all that going in. Now, just so you guys know, none of that counted as your vegetable. Okay? It's just all really good additions to your egg salad. Okay? You might want a little salt and pepper in there. Okay? You're going to have to taste that, add your salt and pepper as needed. Okay? But you're going to let that sit. And if you want to add a little bit more vinegar for a little bit more creaminess, you can do that. Okay, I always start out with a little less and then I add as I go. Okay, but you're going to let that sit, and then you're just going to put that in you can get Boston lettuce. Oh, I love Boston lettuce, you guys. It's soft. You can put this right in there, roll it up, and you can make egg salad wraps. You could do that with your romaine lettuce. Remember, your romaine you can have extra every day. Right? So you haven't even had a vegetable yet if you did, your romaine. So your romaine, your egg salad, and guess what? You could even add that because there's your vegetable. What a humongous, delicious meal that is, and so easy. And guys, you can make a whole bunch of this stuff ahead of time and just put it in Ziploc bags and add your vinegar, when you get to work, or add it before you get to work. Put it right in the bag, zip it up, bring it to work. By the time you get ready to eat it, it's been marinating in that vinegar for a couple of hours. It's going to be delicious, okay? So really making this easy for yourself and prepping up ahead of time it really is truly the key to success on this program. And really, even after you get off the program, keep prepping your meals. Super important. All right, so I'm going to bring the camera over here. I just want to show you guys the deep glazing technique. Let me grab the camera and come over here. What I did was, okay, I cooked my bison burger in this pan. I have not cleaned my pan, and I would have done it, obviously I'm waiting for you guys, so I did not clean my pan on purpose, all right? And I did that for a reason, because you want to make sure that you are getting those juices when you're sauteing up your onions. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys the technique that I use. And I cut up already 3.5 ounces of red onion. Okay, so this meal is so basic. It is your bison burger, and you're going to have sauteed onions on the top. That's it. That's your vegetable and your protein. Okay, so 3.5 ounces of my red onion are going to go right in there. Now, again, you guys know that you can't use oil on the program, right? So you can't use oil on the program, so a lot of people just are like, well, what can I use? Okay, well, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use the oils from the burger to help, okay? Because that's all okay. I'm going to use that to help. So I'm going to just, you know, get these onions all kind of covered a little bit in the juices and the, you know, the oils from the burger, which is a bison burger. So I got to tell you, it's really not a lot of juice, not a lot of fat. I'll tell you that. Okay, but there is some really good flavor on the bottom of this pan. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to let this cook for a minute. This is on 7 on my electric stove. Okay, I am going to add some Bragg's aminos. Okay, not too much, but I will add some of that. Okay, now I would normally use a beef stock, but I ended up using the beef stock for the dog. So I ran out of that. So I'm going to use the chicken stock tonight, because really what I'm trying to do is just show you guys the deglazing technique. Okay, now this smells really good already, I can tell you that. Now, when you're using the Bragg's aminos, remember it's very, very salty tasting. So you have to make sure that, you know how much you can handle. You don't want to ruin a meal with the Bragg's aminos. This spray bottle, we used to carry the bigger bottles, but the reason why we carry this spray bottle is because it's easier to not ruin a meal if you're using the spray bottle. All right, so this pan is nice and hot. All right, now what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to use my Imagine chicken stock, which I love. Okay, now normally, like I said, I would use beef, but this stuff really does deglaze well. And what I mean by deglazing is that when you put it in the pan, it's going to, when it kind of not boils down, but, you know, evaporates, you get a really nice coating on the pan. And when this starts drying up, it's going to really, it's going to pull out all that. Actually, the onions have sugar in them, so you're going to start seeing this get a little bit syrupy as well, because the sugar is going to come out of the onions, and it's going to make a nice, almost like a syrupy sauce, right? So now I've got this on closer to high, just so we can get this process faster for you guys. All right, but now I'm almost out of liquid. I'm almost out of liquid. My pan is starting to get really hot. This is starting to get like brown on the bottom. I don't know if you guys can see that. All right, starting to get brown on the bottom. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a little bit more. Not much, just a little more. Now, any flavor on the bottom of the pan now just got picked up by that liquid that I put in there. Okay, and now my sauteed onions are really starting to get nice and caramelized. And this doesn't take long, guys. I know, cooking with oil is so much faster, but, for the time being that you're on this diet, this is such a simple meal. It's literally onions in a burger, and these onions are so delicious. By the time you get done with them, okay, they're just really good. All right, so now it's dried up again. And these are not as soft as I like them, so I'm going to do it again. Okay. All right. Oh, there we go. Now they're getting nice and soft. Oh man, this is so good. Now if you wanted to add some fresh parsley, a little bit of pepper. If you want these a little saltier, I would definitely add more Bragg's to it, okay? But here's your burger. There's your onions on top, and you're all set. And when you go and eat your burger, you can just take some onions and, you know, with every single bite. Now, if you don't like that many onions, do half of that amount, and then maybe have a different raw vegetable when you're done. You don't have to do all 3.5 ounces of your onions. So there's your 3 simple meals. There are the 3 very simple meals. So there we go. We have our egg salad, and remember you could put in your wraps with that. And then we have your onions in your burger, and then we have your grilled chicken with your really delicious cucumber, tomato, onion salad. All amazing, simple, simple. All right, guys, keep it simple, especially for all of you people that are starting new this month. Please keep it simple for yourself. Just get the diet down. Get your timing down. Get your water down. Get your drops down. You know, everything else, keep it simple. Guys, thank you so much. Have a wonderful week. We will see you next week. Keep posting on our page. Stick with that water. Get everything done. Get your sleep, right? That's really important too. All right, guys, have a wonderful week, and we will see you next Tuesday. Bye.